Hello, everybody. I'm back with Kusog7ande, the bad video game tournament. Yes, I stepped away for a second, Pfizer. Don't be confused. Sometimes I gotta use the restroom. I stood up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like I did like 300 sit-ups yesterday, my stomach. And then I was like, oh yeah, I had surgery. Yeah, that makes sense. But luckily, like, I haven't even had any pain medication today, so, like, feeling a little sore there. Not too bad. I'm doing okay. Yeah. Well, we have had 2 matches today. We've got 2 matches coming up still today, and then tomorrow a full day, 4 matches. Seriously, this is Kuso weekend. After that, we're probably going to be sitting back and watching some GDQ. I might do some streams, but mostly we're going to focus on all of the hot GDQ action. So get excited. It will be a lot of fun. Okay, now Crappy, take us, please, to the reveal. Ah, watch out! That's a cat! Okay. Well, okay, we made it. We made it to the reveal. Everybody, put your hands in the air. Wave them around. And we've got our friend, Garb the Glitterous, giving out the game. Game number 3 for the day. Garb, come on in. I want to chat about your game. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, great.
So,
I haven't talked to you lately. Yeah, you've got a fun game coming up, and I asked you if you were using a hack for it, and you said yes, and that makes me a little happy. Good.
yeah, we're gonna be doing Eat the Cat for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, as it turns out, this game released with one huge, well, okay, with a lot of huge flaws. First off, it's Eat the Cat. But one thing is that, like, the game constantly looked dark because they had problems. But we're not going to have dark version. We're going to have visible version of Eat the Cat. So that will be very enjoyable. Yeah, with that said, how are you doing today? Are you having a good day? Anything exciting going on?
Not really. I took a nap earlier.
I mean, naps are good. You gotta make sure that you're rested for all of the excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you played any fun games lately?
Nothing really. I've been kind of trying to go through, like, my backlog of games, and there was one shoot 'em up that I started playing again called Danmaku Unlimited 2, and it's been a lot of fun to just kind of play through my backlog of games.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that game. Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a lot like Toho games, like
Okay.
a bullet hell game.
Yeah. Oh, everybody, flashing warning. I'm giving that to you right now. There will be flashing, okay? Because this title screen has some. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the title here just so that people know. Flashing warning. Do not be surprised if there is flashing. With this bomb specifically, the explosion is very bright. And if all 4 players have it at the same time, it could be an issue. With that said, I don't know about in the game, just during this title screen, it gets a little intense. I think that I'm ready, though. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, geez. Somebody in chat is saying that this is from the creators of Cheesy, which, if people don't know, that PS1 game is a mess and a half. Like, it's kind of fun, but, oh, jeez. Eek. Okay, I've got 4 people have said that they are ready, so let's go ahead. They're playing 7 tries on easy difficulty, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you are being the kindest that you can be.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead and do the countdown in Discord for them. I will start the timer as soon as we see movement. Everybody spam all of your scare emotes and all of your cats. I need cats and I need scaredy cats. Fear, horror, maybe fat cats as well. He is tubby. I I don't really like Eek the Cat, I gotta be honest. But share cats, please, chat. Okay, so what do we have here?
So we have to guide this old woman to the end of the level.
Okay.
And so, but it's just like an escort mission. And so what we need to do is like we need to attack enemies that are going to try to hurt us, and like sometimes create platforms and such, and also kick her to get her up slopes, or get up like these areas.
Yeah, there's one other sort of escort mission game that like I played as a kid that I really hated, and we've never had it on Kusog7ande, and maybe one day I'll give it out, but oh geez, I hate games like this. Okay, Hopscotch already through part 1. Very nice. That was surprisingly fast.
Yeah, the first level can be done pretty quickly, but it definitely gets pretty tricky later on.
Yeah, I can see that right now. Everybody keeps getting hit by this weird, like, monkey in the tree throwing coconuts up. I like it. So, how do you make her jump? That's my question.
It's just like one of the buttons will just kind of kick her.
Oh, you kick her. You kick her. Oh, okay, gotcha. There we go. Hello, Allison. On to part 2 as well. So yeah, we've got some very fast progress here. People are asking if this whole game is escort missions or just the beginning. The whole, I think with Eek the Cat, like the big idea is that like Eek was afraid of everything, and everyone's like, oh, you scaredy cat, but he had a good reason to be afraid, and honestly, everybody around him should have died. Because of how deadly everything was, and that was sort of like the whole plot of the show. So it makes sense to me that you, like, the whole game is going to be an escort mission protecting other people. Yeah. People are asking if there are other characters to escort, or if it's mostly going to be this old lady.
Yeah, there are other characters.
Okay, okay. Oh no, I saw Coyote Time on Valaclair's screen. That is almost never a good sign. Games with Coyote Time usually mess you up when I don't know. I've got a lot of opinions. I've got a lot of thoughts already.
Yeah, the Coyote Time in this game is pretty rude. It can make it really hard to navigate, and in general, probably the hardest thing with the game is just the controls and moving Eek is probably the hardest thing.
Okay, we've got a giraffe. We've got a lot of stuff going on. This cat. Come on, cat. That darn cat, you know? That was a movie. That darn cat. It's just, this is not the most inspiring IP out there. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to have a game that's just escort missions. It's just most people don't enjoy them. Whenever there's an escort mission in a game, it's like one of the least enjoyable things that you can have. However, Hello Allison accidentally discovered a maneuver that you can do, which is between certain ledges, you can sort of stand there and like act as a bridge so that Grandma here doesn't get damaged. Do you have a health bar, or is it just Grandma who has a health bar?
I think that's Grandma who has a health bar, but I also think that getting attacked herself can lower it. But from my observation, but I'm not sure on that. I'll need to see someone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Someone else.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I think everybody is starting to learn the basics for how this game is going to work. One thing that I do like, luckily, is that you're able to make her go faster by pushing her. Yeah, push her off that cliff, Rand. That's what I like to see.
It never hurts to help.
It never hurts to help, said Yeet the Cat. My name is Yeet the Cat. I like to help people. I don't even care. Wasn't Yeet the Cat, like, originally a pretty edgy show?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Other people are saying yep. So it's like, I think this is one of the shows that, like,
It never hurts to help.
I don't know. I don't remember. The old woman died per chat. Oh, no spoilers, chat. That was the 90s. Whatever. That's not spoilers. Doesn't count as spoilers. Apparently, it was ironic when Eek the Cat said it never hurts to help because it actually always hurt when he helped. Are you saying, chat, that Eek the Cat would make things worse?
It never hurts to help.
Oh, yeah. Rand saw the old lady turn into an angel. Apparently, chat means that the grandma may or may not die in the show, but definitely died in the game. And that's fair. She turns into an angel. For the best.
Oh yeah, you have to be really careful with that log layer to make sure that the grandmother like goes there at the right time when the log is to the left.
I don't like that. I mean, you can push her. So, oh no, and the elephant makes you go back. No, I don't like that. Dislike, unlike, unsubscribe. By the way, yeah, everybody, this game originally had one main visual issue. Everything was probably about 50% as bright as you see it right here. Let me go ahead and try to adjust one person's screen so that you can see how bright it is. We're affecting Hello Allison's, how do I do this? Bam. Okay, we're putting a filter on here. We're gonna put this on, and nope. Okay, go like this, and lowering. Wait, did it really mess everything up there? Yeah, I messed up the capture. Whatever, we'll fix it. Bam, and then bam. We'll get it fixed. Okay. And as it turns out, it actually switched to Hopscotch's screen. Thank you so much, OBS, for being so intuitive and not an absolute pain in the butt at times. There we go. Okay, this is still Hello Allison's feed now. I have fixed my mistakes. Okay, and it was probably about this bright.
Oh.
If you were playing on the Super Nintendo, this looks no, this might be a little bit too bright, actually. Let me go ahead. Let me turn it down a little bit more so that you can see how bright it really was. Probably about there is how bright the game was. The thing is, they had used a different game engine when making this, and because of that, had a big mistake. And the mistake was releasing without removing the nighttime effect in the game that they had used. So, yeah, every copy of this game that was released was much darker than it should have been. And that's like something you should have caught. I do not know how that got through. I have to assume it's because management was just like, okay, the game's ready, we ship it. They're like, shouldn't we at least test it on the cart? They're like, no, just go to store, blah, 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 go to store. No, you always test the build right before release, because if you don't, you end up with that brightness. You end up with the game looking exactly like that. Oh my gosh. You end up with this. With this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I can actually see like the review being sent to the Nintendo headquarters without that bug in it, and then being like, "Oh, okay, it's ready." And then when they actually release it, like somehow some little thing got switched because somebody like because management didn't have all of the correct setup in order to track issues and stuff, and so it just released with that bug in it. People are saying this looks kind of fun. Have you played escort missions? They're never fun. They're not fun. No, you're wrong, chat. You are wrong. This is not a fun game.
So I just played this a little bit, and I can see how it could be fun. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can move pretty quickly on this game. But the problem I find is just how hard it is controlling, to just how punishing it is if you mess up anything. Like there on Hopscotch's screen right there.
True. Okay, I'm doing a last check, just 100% to make sure, because I was playing with filters to show you how dark the game gets. Everybody is for sure in the correct location. I have checked. Okay. But yeah, like, the thing is, anything that is an escort mission and is more than just like a trivial one-time escort mission in a game tends to get very difficult as time goes on. So I wouldn't be surprised if later levels are just an absolute nightmare and a half to play. Why was the dragonfly breathing fire? I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat. Oh, it's a dragonfly. Oh. Well, that's dumb. Okay, I get the joke. Doesn't mean it's a good joke. But I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, Grandma, bounce on the mushroom. You can do this. The music at least is kind of fun. I don't hate it. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. I think like Hopscotch was commenting that the music did sound like pretty, like there were some bops on like the music test. So I think the music in this game generally isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just this part where you have to navigate around the log is really, really tricky. Oh no, hard luck on Hopscotch's screen.
Oh no!
It never hurts to help.
It hurts! It hurts! Stop it! Stop it, Geek the Cat! Stop helping! You don't need to. I promise. I love that people are saying this is only part one. Yeah, as it turns out, this is part one of a game. This was developed by the company CTA Developments. I believe it was based off of the Blues Brothers game, like the Blues Brothers Super Nintendo. Maybe not, because that was made by Titus. What the crap? Is this related to Titus in France?
Oh wow.
Oh no. Well, I don't like that, because that game, I believe, has some dark stages, and oh, somebody else says that it's a reskin port of Sleepwalker for the Amiga. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to read the chat. I'm gonna kick your butts, chat. Yeah, like, people are saying, It was a port. There we go. If I would have scrolled one line higher up, I would have seen that. Okay.
Kumbaya!
Kumbaya your butt.
Oh, yeah, that's I wasn't aware of that. That's okay, that's
Yeah, so Sleepwalker originally came out on Amiga, and then it was ported to DOS. The game was later re-released in 1994 using Eek the Cat license. I imagine Sleepwalker was probably the original one that had a much darker theme, probably had some lights throughout the stages, but they just messed it up in the port. Sorry, Rand. Grandma steps in the water and insta-death. Doesn't kill cats, just kills grandmas. Which is fair. Poor grandma. But yeah, this was developed by CTA Developments, published by Ocean Software, Open Software, whatever. But if you do like the music, I feel like that's one of the things that I actually kind of enjoy. Barry Leach and Keith Tinman worked on the music here. And from what I can see, Barry Leach has actually been doing music up until about 2019. I see 2014 Strider is in his list of games that he did the music for. Gauntlet Dark Legacy, one of the versions for that, he did some music. California Speed, which version of California Speed did you do? N64 maybe? Because if so, that probably had some decent music in it. Yeah, and I see I feel like if it's a racing game, you have to have good music, because if you don't, you've really messed up. And yeah, he worked on the N64 version there.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the name, but it's been so long since I've played that. But I'd imagine it's really good music. So there are some names I recognize there.
Yeah. Oh, Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. That's what I like to hear. Oh, Addams Family Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. That's a game you know.
Yeah. Oh, wait, music for that?
Yeah, Barry, one of the guys who worked on the music for this. Worked on Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. Yeah, the music on that is pretty jammin'.
Yeah, that's cool that and yeah, the music here is, I'd say, is generally this track is pretty good.
It's like, this is something that the bass in it for Super Nintendo was actually kind of surprising. You don't usually get bass on Super Nintendo that's quite this good. This is more what I would expect from the Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other people are saying he did music for Impossible. Impossible has amazing music. Weird Dreams? Well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of my praise back, just a tiny bit. But that was his first game. I'll go ahead, never mind. Okay, if it's your first game, you get forgiveness immediately. You just are immediately forgiven.
Yeah.
I do have lunch showing up, by the way, so I'll try not to eat into the microphone or eat the microphone. If I eat the microphone and you don't hear from me after that, I'm sorry. But hey, that's life, you know? Sometimes you just eat the mic. The other guy who worked on the music for this, by the way, Keith Tinman, also worked on Wetrix. Addams Family Values. I'm just trying to find out which version. Justin, why did you put the food on my hand? How do I...
I'm moving your hand.
Oh, you could ask me to move my hand. Oh, okay. He said I can't hear him, so he just put the food on my hand.
Oh.
Logical. Dennis the Menace, Super Nintendo. No, I didn't really like the music for that. James Pond 2. Lemmings.
Oh.
You didn't do the original music for that. You just did one of the ports because that was Matt Furness. Come on. You can't fool me.
Wait, which Lemmings?
I don't know which port of Lemmings. I would have to go through and click like 50 different versions in order to find which one.
Yeah,
no,
that's
not
fair.
doing it. Toki? Did he do the music for Toki? Not the original one, but maybe one of the ports, because probably to Amiga, I would assume, because Ocean did that. No, it wasn't even the Amiga version. Fine, whatever. He worked on a lot of stuff, and I don't know how much he actually did other than porting the music over. But with that said, I'm going to give the credit to the other guy, because it seems like he actually did a lot of really good music. Bobby Earl, on the other hand, did the sound driver for this. And I guess he worked on the sound driver for Mr. Nuts, so that's cool. I'm gonna say, yeah, whatever. Yeah. This isn't exactly, like, some of them did some decent games.
It never hurts to help.
Shut up, Eek. You have told me this 50 times already. I don't like this cat.
Oh, it looks like Hello Allison made it to the next person that Faye has to save and help through these areas.
Oh
so
yeah, we're on to area 2. Yeah, which character is this?
I think this is Eek's girlfriend. I'm not sure myself, but it's what I heard in chat.
Okay. Eek's girl. Yeah, does she have a name or is she just girlfriend?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like, I was gonna say it's the 90s, so honestly, either way is very possible. Well,
yeah.
let me look at the manual. I don't even know what the story is. Let me see if I can find some lore here. Come on, lore, load. Annabelle. Hey, my girlfriend is named Annabelle, and I'm named Eek. Guess which one of us has got the looks in the family, you know? Eek versus the Flying Saucers. Is each one, like, quote-unquote based off of an episode of Eek the Cat? Because I would presume they would have done that. And by done that, I mean just, like, reskin the original game that they made to fit one of the episodes. Okay, so here we go. I think I got some lore. Lore is very important here. Okay, so Misereek, which is the first episode that the players play through. After a nasty accident with a block of soap, Eek's neighbor, a friendly old lady, is convinced Eek has rabies and has decided to take him to the vets. Unfortunately, she is blind as a bat and has ended up at the zoo. Eek must steer her clear of all the animals and traps and get her safely out. Let me just say, that is a lot of backstory that, honestly, if it's not based off of an episode, you didn't need all of that. So, the whole thing, all of this is that the cat ate a bar of soap. Okay, that's how this started. Chat's actually got a good point. How could she tell that Eek the cat had rabies, foaming at the mouth, if she can't see? Maybe it's because of her poor vision that she thought that he had... I don't know. It's 90s logic. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, stage 2, though, is Eek versus the Flying Saucers. Eek accidentally hands his girlfriend Annabelle over to evil aliens who want to use her as a battery for their Zoltarian ray, which is pointed at Earth. Regrettably for Eek, Annabelle has been stunned by the battery machine and is left stumbling around an ancient city. Can Eek save Annabelle and the world from nasty aliens? What the crap? You cannot use a cat as a battery. Everybody in chat, I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. You can use a potato, but don't use a cat. Oh, she's so dead.
Yeah, this level is like just the jumps and everything you do is just so tricky on this one.
I'm actually like offended by how little the game has to do with the plot that's listed in the manual.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and just... Yeah, it's just always just the same thing. Like, they don't really have anything to really differentiate the different levels, so it's just all this all the time.
Yeah, okay, so I'm taking a look right now because apparently in Season 1, Episode 4, that was when Eek versus the Flying Saucers happened. An alien comes to Earth, asks Eek to show him around. After doing so, Eek takes the alien to his house. Then the alien meets Annabelle, who happens to be the missing component for the alien's death ray. Obviously, cat equals a component. The alien kidnaps Annabelle, and he goes after them to save his girlfriend and the Earth. So I guess the story in the manual fits the episode. Okay, they at least did that. However, I feel like pushing her around probably isn't what happened in the show. And so they were just looking for an excuse for you to push people like to do escort mission because the original game was all escort mission.
Yeah.
Whee! Cat powering a death ray makes more sense than a cat being a battery, says chat. Isn't it the same thing? I don't know.
Ooh, Valley Clear also made it to the second set of levels, so that's really cool.
Yeah, so Hello Allison and Valaclaire have both made some progress here. The second set of levels is definitely a little harder, though. Question, are there unlimited continues in this game?
No, I think
after
you lose all your lives, you have to start from the beginning of the game.
Are there passwords?
I do not believe so.
No, why? Why? I hate this. Like, I am very opinionated that I do not like this game.
Yeah.
There, by the way, is a list of hints and tips at the end of the manual. Hint/tip number 1, keep your cool. Okay, good. Thank you.
Very helpful.
Honestly, I was starting to break that hint/tip, so I need to go ahead and get cool again. I'm keeping it. Okay, we're going back down under 99.6 degrees, back to 99.3.0, 98.6. That's cool enough. Okay, my cool is here. Bam. Okay, second hint and tip. Don't jump while walking along telegraph cables. If someone is on it when you land, one of you will fall straight through. Okay, I haven't seen a telegraph cable, but good info to know. Okay, third, forming a bridge is much better than kicking someone over the gap. Okay, yeah, I've actually seen that, and I kind of agree with that. The bridge is pretty successful. Okay, hint and tip number 4. All objects have a use in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Annabelle really does not have a use other than get rid of her. Get rid of Annabelle, okay? She has been captured by the aliens. And finally, leaving Eek's friends in a safe spot will allow Eek to go on ahead and clear the way. And that is something that we really haven't seen the players doing much of, exploring after the first part of the stage, or finding a way to like check out the obstacles that are coming ahead. And it's something that is definitely recommended when your friends can continuously take damage throughout the stages.
Oh hey, we have different music now. Hopscotch also made it to the second set of levels.
Okay. Let me go ahead and judge this music. Give it a second. I need to let it get built up. Oh, this is good.
Oh yeah.
This is so good. Okay. This music is doing a lot of heavy lifting for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that because of the music, I can tolerate this game a little bit more. I'm back in this. I'm keeping my cool, Garb. I'm keeping it.
Yay.
So is this a game that you have beaten yourself?
I have not beaten it, no.
Okay. How far have you made it?
Honestly, I haven't made it particularly far. I played this a little bit just to see how it works, and I still haven't made it past like the first set of levels myself, but I just kind of saw this on like the pre-approved games, and I thought I'd get this out because immediately after playing this, I knew that it would be like good.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a game that I hate, but honestly, that's mostly just because I am very, very insistent that this is not a fun game idea. Like, I don't think games like this are enjoyable. And honestly, the game is notorious for having the graphical bug where everything is dark. I think that the last time we had it on Kusog7ande, they played it with the dark version without the mod, and I'm really glad that we have it in its natural, or the intended way, you know. Thanks to people who modded the game. Thank you so much, video game modders out there. You have done us a service.
Honestly, I feel like this game could make a good speed run just because you can move so quickly, and if you just know what you're doing, it can go really quickly, and I'd imagine it'd be pretty entertaining to watch done optimally.
Oh yeah. People, by the way, chat is noting that this game was $59.95 on release. Video game prices have not gone up since the 90s. Well, I mean, some have. I mean, how many $60 games do you buy and then you find out how many things you can buy within the game? That is a little annoying. But prices really haven't gone up, mostly because of the number of people who play video games compared to back in the 90s, you know? If you put 3 years of work into a game and 1 million people play it, great. But if 100 million people play it, that's a huge difference. I mean, I don't think you're gonna sell 100 million copies. I don't know how many copies of games sell, but, you know, there's a very big difference between how many people are playing.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the great thing about modern games is that you can release a game without finishing it and just finish it later.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That was a bad joke. Bad joke.
Sometimes it can be nice to like get like free like if the game's already complete, I don't know. Oh, there's no SRC page apparently, so
Yeah, let me just say, doing a port of a game, reskinning it, like, yes, artists need to be paid. Good job for the artists reskinning and making these sprites. It doesn't look that bad. But honestly, if you're just doing a reskin and trying to sell this for $60, what the crap? Oh, Justin, could I have some napkins? I've got food and I need napkins. So thank you. I would say that a reskin of a game should never be $60. You can go ahead and set your own price, but if I did a reskin of a game and found out that people were wanting to sell it for $60, I would be embarrassed. Like, you just shouldn't do that. It's, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really seem like like reasonable to do. I don't know how much the initial one retailed for, like Sleepwalker retailed for, but
Yeah. At the same time, you know, there are going to be various rental companies that will sell or that will buy games, whether they're good or not. They'll buy some copies of the game in order to rent out. So if you know that not everybody is going to go out and buy the game, and that mostly you're going to have people renting it from stores, does it hurt to sell it to a corporation for $60? I don't know. I feel like you should get your money out of the corporations, personally.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
It's like Calabasas making it pretty far in this level now.
Yeah, I would actually go ahead and say that... Woo! Yay, Rand!
It's just so punishing if you make any mistakes in this.
Yeah, I saw Rand when Eek's girlfriend took fire damage. She lost a lot of health. When Eek took damage, health didn't go down at all. So I really do think that it's just when she takes damage that it's an issue. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It never hurts to help.
It never hurts to help. It never hurts to help. I don't even care. How about you just go back home, Eek? Why are you even out here? You know what? If my girlfriend got captured by aliens, I'd probably stay home. Be like, return her at least. Like, you know, take over the world if needed. I'm really tired. And honestly, I don't think I can beat you. You're a whole freaking colony of aliens. Now, if it was Justin, I'd go up against them, but Annabelle? Nah. It doesn't even seem like Eek really likes her all that much because of how much she, like, crushes him when she hugs him. Ah, smushed. Haha.
Oh. It looks like there's quite a bit of progress being made on this level.
Let me actually go and look. Okay, so she was the missing component for the alien's death ray. You know what? Because the death ray would mean that I would also be killed, I would go after Annabelle, okay? If it was just that they'd take over the world, I don't really think world domination is a good enough reason for me to get out of the house, but, you know, killing the entire world population, that includes me, I will go ahead and save Annabelle.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess
Here to help, everybody.
Yeah.
No! Uh-oh. Well, that's a bit of a setback. That's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was watching Rand because Rand is making a good push. Hopscotch is where I believe Hello Allison made it this far, but unfortunately, I don't know how far anybody is in these levels. Never mind. I'm just here watching.
Yeah, I think it's a little hard to gauge exactly. A lot of the parts look kind of similar, so it is pretty hard to really tell. Oh, and
no, hopscotch, no! That's fine. Happens to the best of us.
There are these tubes that like make you go back, and it's really mean.
Yeah, this game is like really annoying.
Yeah.
That one guy is saying if aliens kidnap Justin, he'd escape, beat the aliens, and be back with burritos by the time I was ready to leave to go fight them? I don't know. It would probably depend. What? Sorry, Justin was asking for something and pointing, and so I had to pick up different things until I figured out what he wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it, though. We got it. He wanted salt. Because I guess I had salt on my desk for some reason.
Kumbaya!
Kumbaya indeed. With that said, I think that Justin would probably be better at fighting the aliens. I would probably just, like, side with them. I gotta be honest. I mean, I'm going for the long con, and, you know, if I die before the aliens get to me, or if I die before I have, like, a chance to actually fight them on a level playing field, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for anybody.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yeah, y'all. So I will side with them until I can find a good way to sabotage, and then bam. Plus, what if they treat me really well for siding with them? What if they give me like a PS5? That would be cool.
Oh.
Nobody else is giving me a PS5. I'm siding with the aliens.
PS5s aren't real.
Chat is saying the PS5s aren't real. I did recently become aware of a bootleg PS5 on AliExpress, though, and I kind of want to get that.
How is it bootleg?
First, it's $15. Second, it's definitely not PS5 quality. See, I describe bootleg as something that's trying to represent itself as something that it's not in order to sell it to you. Usually, if you buy a product thinking that you're actually getting a quality product, and then afterwards you think, wait a minute, that's a good indication that it's bootleg. And basically, 50% of stuff on AliExpress, you get to ask the question, you get to say, wait a minute, after you buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to look at, like, what the bootleg games are in there, though. Because I've gotten a couple things that were made by Data East that are definitely bootlegs, and I love those. So, one thing to note, Rand was looking a little bit ahead. I think there are some ways to get some health in the game, but honestly, it'd be better to... Oh, yes, jumping over the tube. I don't know if anybody else has made it over the tube, unless Valley Claire did and I didn't notice.
I want to say...
No, right into the fire!
I think Hopscotch made it to part two of this set of levels, so...
Okay,
I
to
think they're
part two.
Yeah.
If Hopscotch is in part two, then yes, Hopscotch is definitely in the lead.
One tricky thing with the beginning of part one is that it's a little tricky to know that you have to hit a switch to be able to make it across the platform so that Annabelle can make it past the platform.
This game's a nightmare. How is this? This is... Oh my gosh, this game's a nightmare. No! Oh my gosh. Not only that, but it appears that she takes fall damage if she falls too far.
Yeah, yay, fall damage.
This game is like every nightmare that you can cram into a video game at once. I hate it. Oh, she's just gonna fall to her death. Hopscotch. There. Oh, almost. Almost. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, wouldn't it be a good idea to just get her killed so that she can't be used as a part in the death ray? I mean, you'd still save the world either way, right?
Oh, bro. You have to save Annabelle.
I would say it's better that she dies than that you fail.
Well, what if we save her and succeed?
Well, then that's the best option, but I'm just saying, plan B, she has to die.
I guess this game isn't based on plan B.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, here's an idea. In order to guarantee that she dies, just in case they kill you first, you could poison her and have the antidote, okay? Maybe that's why. And then, you know, as you're going through, if the aliens beat you, she just ends up, you know, if they end up killing you, they don't know what an antidote is. Do they even know what poison is? They're aliens.
Yeah, I guess that is a point.
Yeah, it's a good meta strategy for how to actually defeat the aliens here. You know, you want to save her, but if you die, it's better that she goes. People are asking, what if they don't need her alive? What in the world could this cat have in her body that would be useful for a death ray that you don't have? Come on, if she is a missing component, you've got to be a missing component too, right? You're both freaking cats. Zombie reanimation? Jade Strike X is saying they could just make her into a zombie. There are a lot of assumptions going on here. I'm just going with the facts that we have. And the fact is, I think they want her alive. The fact is, I think blank. Yeah, okay, maybe that's not a fact. That is the opposite of a fact. That is an assumption on my part. So, what's funny is that Valaclaire, on the top right, you know, they're currently on, I believe, stage 1 of the alien level, and they're like, I'm sure I'm last by a long shot. And I'm like, I'm personally not sure, but I'm not going to tell you. Honestly, 2-1, which is where 3 of the players are right now, 2-1 is a huge pain. Like, ludicrously difficult for the players to get through.
Yeah, this level is really brutal. Yeah.
I do like how fast you can run in the game, though. Like, the unfortunate thing is that you can't really see ahead of yourself, but because, like, taking damage only hurts if she takes damage, not if you take damage. Running into an obstacle in order to, quote-unquote, get hurt and stop your horizontal running, that might actually be a legit good, beneficial thing. You just run until you are forced to stop by the game, and you're fine. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of meta strategy in this game that I think could be fascinating. Yeah.
It feels like there could be some fun speedrun potential in this game. The only thing with running fast is that it's really hard if you need to, like, change direction or anything.
Yeah. Chad is pointing out that, like, this is Lemmings with a single lemming and no actual quality gameplay. And you know what? I kind of agree with that. Something that would help with this game a lot is the ability to see more of the level without having to go through the entire level, you know? Because these maps are actually really big, but, like, if you don't know what's coming up, how are you supposed to prepare for it? By shoving your girlfriend into the laser and getting her electrocuted like hopscotch? Now that doesn't help you prepare. That just electrocutes her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Nah.
I mean, unless, like, you have no hopes, then, like I said, We will all go together when we go.
Okay, so Hello Allison is on level 2 as well with this, so that's really cool. And so I think Hopscotch is still in first, but it's still there could still definitely be a lead change.
This is a very important match, by the way. 3 people are getting eliminated from the match if they lose. However, Hello Allison and Hopscotch have 20 points right now, so if they take first, they should be in the bracket. If Valclair or Rand come in first, then they will likely enter the tiebreaker because they'll have 29 points at that time. So, like, really, essentially, this is getting rid of 3, possibly, but not guaranteed, 4 people. It's a very high-stakes match here. And, like, all the players are doing their best. It's just that this is not a good game.
Yeah. It also does look like, I think Hopscotch might be on part 3 of this, perchance.
At least the music's good. I really like this music. If it was anything but Eek the Cat, I would maybe even stop complaining about everything. Oh, I really like the kick boost that Rand did for his girlfriend, essentially getting him over the laser robot. Laser robot immediately shot Eek, but was too distracted trying to electrocute Eek that Annabelle was safe, and because of that, no damage was taken. It's a very like, with a lot of escort mission games, you either have 2 health bars or you have a shared health bar, and that can make it a lot more difficult to get through. But this game, like, Eek can be abused as much as you want, and it's fine. I actually really like that.
Yeah, cool. That's definitely like a cool thing that you can do, yeah. Unfortunately, that laser can just go through both of them, so...
Yeah, it's got piercing. I mean, I don't know. It really depends on what type of game you're playing, whether or not you're gonna have a gun with piercing, or whether or not lasers have piercing. I feel like because they're based off of light, piercing doesn't work when it comes to lasers, unless it immediately disintegrates whatever it hits first, in which case, sure. Thank you, by the way, Frappe, for that tip. That is extremely generous of you. I'm very appreciative. Do 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 do.
Okay, it looks like Rain made it to part 2 as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're pretty close to the end of the match, and
Yeah, we're
I think-
getting close, yeah.
Yeah, Hopscotch is still in the lead. There still is chance for lead change, but it's definitely getting pretty tricky, and this is definitely a really brutal game, so we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, like, the area that Hopscotch is in, I don't think we've seen anybody else here quite yet. Like, Hello Allison is getting somewhat close, but holy crap, this UFO section, I don't like it. And Hopscotch is just trying to go through and clear as many of these obstacles as possible before his girlfriend shows up. Good idea. But yeah, it looked like Hopscotch thinks it's a good idea to backtrack. She got a little electrocuted, but whatever, a light shock. Nah, most people are gonna be fine after a light shock. You know,
Yeah.
just don't get a lot of them. Just like 1 or 2, and not around the heart. Okay, make sure the shock is nowhere near the heart.
Yeah. I think the only difference between easy and hard is the amount of damage you take, and maybe there's other differences, but I'm not really sure.
That would make sense. Honestly, I'm not sure if that's necessarily a bad thing to make that like the main distinguishing factor. I feel like there's some better ways to make a game feel unique, but like the amount of damage, that's something that's fairly easy because it's not going to slow you down, you know. Instead, it's just going to pressure you to perform better and to make fewer mistakes. I'm less of a fan of games where the difficulty is you have to deal more damage to enemies, and that's basically it. That is a huge pain in the butt, and I don't like it. No. Make it so that when, taking more damage, sure, fine. That's like a very quick, simple to implement difficulty modifier. Aha! Hello, Allison, pushing Annabelle into the laser. I love it. Hello, Allison is actually getting really high up in this level, though.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Like, she might be... Oh, my gosh. Maybe... Just whop the alien! Whop him! Yeah, he dead. That's what I like to see. Dead aliens. I don't know. There aren't too many aliens that are cute. Some of them are okay. Okay, Hello Allison is just being careful, holding onto the girlfriend, making sure that they watch to make sure that the bridge is not going to disappear under their feet, and then run. That's the way to do it. Through the teleporter. And this is actually making a decent amount of progress here. Like, they could catch up possibly to Hopscotch with some good gameplay in this last little bit.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, Faye definitely could do that.
I love that now we have discussions about cute aliens. I would say that the alien on Turok was a cute alien. If I think it was the alien on the Turok multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been Perfect Dark, but I'm not sure.
It never hurts to help.
Either way, I loved the alien that was on one of those first-person shooters. It was good. Mac is not cute. Mac from Mac and Me, incorrect. Not cute. Absolutely ugly. I actually, like, Galaxy Quest, I would say that the aliens in that, while they appear human, are some of the cutest aliens in existence. Even though they're like, they're so silly and sweet. When they actually appear as aliens, though, they horrify everybody, and it's amazing. But yeah, they're just the best. Alf is not cute. Alf is Alf. I do not classify Alf as any... Like, I don't hate Alf, but I don't love Alf. Alf is just an entity that exists out there.
Oh, Alpha is awesome.
But is Alf cute? I would say Gonzo is cute if Gonzo is an alien. I'm not sure what Gonzo is, though. He's a whatever.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't know who Gonzo is, I'll be
From
honest.
the Muppets.
Oh, okay.
Like with Kermit and Miss Piggy, Gonzo... Yeah, they multiple times they just say he's a whatever, and Gonzo doesn't even know what he is. It's a long-running joke. I don't know if he's an alien. He's just Gonzo.
Okay.
Anyways, we're into the last 20 seconds. I don't think anybody has passed hopscotch. And at this point, I think we're pretty much done. Like, Hello Allison had the best push, but I don't think it was enough to pass hopscotch.
Yeah, I do think that Hopscotch won. I will check the VOD, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that is going to be a very good thing to do. But there you go, everybody. That is time. Go ahead and throw your Tims up in chat. It's a follower emote, so everybody has it. Rand, this is a good clip. I like it. That's from Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, isn't it? I love that. Cool. Well, with that said, all of the players fought valiantly, and it appears that Hopscotch took the victory here. This game is just not good. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome Hopscotch in to come chat with us. How do you think the players did today?
Oh, they all did awesome. This game is just really brutal, and they all did great.
I believe so. I believe so. With that said, Hopscotch appears to have taken first, Hello Allison second, Valley Claire and Rand, I'm not completely sure about third and fourth there. Honestly, it doesn't matter too much because they were really, because they're going to be eliminated either way, and that's just how it goes. But we do know everything else, that Hopscotch and Hello Allison are the ones who were in the lead, and Hopscotch, I believe, won. Speaking of Hopscotch, hello there.
Hiya.
Hey, congratulations.
This was a game.
Oh, yeah. I don't like this game.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great. It is very much bad. But yeah, you made a significant amount of progress. Like stage 2 in the UFO level, holy cow. I do not have the patience to deal with any sort of escort quest like this. I played the Rocco's Modern Life Super Nintendo game when I was a kid, and that was a pain in the butt. I hated it back then. I hate them now. I'm gonna hate them forever. Hate, hate, hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played that game sort of recently. I didn't do more than like the first stage because I was like, man, this sucks.
It's really bad. Yeah, and like you got to experience the Eek the Cat variety instead, which guess what? It's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still bad.
With that said, like, what are your overall thoughts? What was the worst part about this game for you?
The instant death water, I think.
Oh yeah, that was on 1-3. That was a huge pain to deal with.
If you have an escort quest type game, I don't think you should have an instant death mechanic. That just sucks.
I think I agree with you. It's like, why? Like, sometimes you don't even have time to get there, or if you do, put it in later. As long as players have infinite continues, you know, or passwords, or if you have checkpoints, then sure, go ahead and put it in, I guess. But why on 1-3 have insta-death right there? I've got a lot of things to say about this, yeah. I do have to ask, was there anything redeemable in this game for you?
The music.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it's unfair that this game has such good music.
Yeah, I was going through the sound test before the race started, just listening to the tracks of the various levels. I was like, man, these are really good.
Everything's a bop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I completely agree with you that they are very, very good tracks. It's unfortunate that the game is the way that it is, but what can you say? It was a company that essentially... That's not the page I wanted to open. A company that had... What did they have? Brain, come back to me. You're here. What can you do? They had a game that they had made before and wanted to do a port. They got the license to Eat the Cat, figured out that they could just do a reskin of their Amiga game and put it onto Super Nintendo. It didn't receive the most love as it made its way over, but at least like it has good music and at least the graphics look pretty decent for what it is.
Oh, yeah, it looks beautiful too. Like, just this background that I'm paused on in, like, the second level that's some amazing sprite work, I think.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can be loved about it. Whether or not it's a good game is a completely other thing, but, you know,
it has a lot of good things, but it's a shame the gameplay isn't good.
Yeah. It's been a little while since we've talked, by the way. How have things been? How's your side of the internet going? Much excitement these days?
Not too much. I've been pretty busy, but I'm getting back into the swing of tournaments now with my Kuso matches, and I've got Mystery Tournament going on. I've been doing pretty well so far.
Oh, yeah.
I say so far, but I've only had one match. But
I had a match yesterday, and I won. I never win.
I was surprised. No offense.
No,
I've watched your Mystery Tournament history, and I was surprised to see you win.
I'm gonna come and kick your butt. No, seriously, I usually like lose the first two games, and I'm like, well, that's it. Thanks everybody for having me. That was great. No, but yeah, I won yesterday, and the person I went up against did really well as well. Like, I thought it was pretty close. And I had to, like, step back and think of some of the tips that I give during Kusog7ande. And I was like, okay, I got to think about this in order to do better. I have to use my brain. I can't just go with my gut instinct. Let's go ahead and think. And that allowed me to make some choices that I think helped me. Yeah, after hosting a few of these, I actually take some of my own suggestions, and they work.
Good work.
It's a miracle. Everybody... Yeah, I was happy. With that said, thank you so much, Hopscotch. I'm glad that you're having fun with tournaments. You know, best of luck with Mystery Tournament. I'll probably have my next match early next week. I'm going up against the legendary Andy, who plays Link to the Past. And so I expect to get squashed. We were thinking about doing it today, but I'm very tired already. So I'll probably do it early next week.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, go have a good rest of your day, and Garb, thank you for the game.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you. See y'all later. Bye.
See you later. Bye. Take care, friends.
Bye.
Well, everybody, this is Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We're going to be moving on to the last game of the day. I do want you to know we've got 4 games tomorrow, as well as starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, though, GDQ starts as well, and we've got several people in the community who are going to be playing over there. Some of the GMs, some of the players within the tournament, and, of course, people who aren't involved either way. Yeah, people in the community who are not in the community will also be playing some games. Don't you love it? Always good. Always good. But I hope that it is a good marathon for everybody. And make sure that you show up and support the Awful Block, which is Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'll be doing some commentary for some games then. And I just, like... It's one of the most exciting blocks. Because it's overnight, it doesn't receive as many donations usually as some of the other blocks, but I would love to see some of your donations there if you are able to. So please come and support. And other than that, give me just a couple seconds to use my brain and get set up.